Ready?
Yeah.
Obviously, really good win for us. Watching them on tape, I went into the game knowing that they were, in my opinion, the most difficult team to defend that we have played, home or away. Marshall posed some problems on the pick and roll, and certain players over the course of the 7 games have been good and difficult to defend. But just in terms of what they do offensively with those 2 guards and the interior presence working in concert with that, Kenny, I knew it was going to be a real challenge on the defensive end. I liked our defense in the first half. I thought it was good. I thought we really, forced them into some tough twos and defended the 3-point line fairly well and did a good job. They put 98 on Iowa State. They had 99 on somebody else. They put a ton of points on Davidson, and they can score the ball. And I thought our defense in the first half was good. Start the second half, it was really porous. I didn't think our effort was as good as it was in the first half. The first probably 10 minutes of the second half defensively. We gave them some easy baskets on drives where their guards put their head down. We got sealed in the interior, and they got to the rim, especially when E-Man was out of the game with foul trouble, which I thought that, we got to keep him in the game. Then with about 8 minutes to go, we're behind 2 to 3 possessions, and we step up and make plays. We made big plays. Got some big stops. Duvivier made big shots. Utomi made big shots. Ivy made big shots. I thought it's the best game Jamon Ivy's played for us. 15 points on 10 shots, 10 assists, 1 turnover. And I thought he was, I'll watch the film because the grade out may show otherwise, but I thought he was one of the bright spots defensively for our team. And I thought he did a great job of being playing with emotion and passion, which we all know Jamon has that fire, but not breaching that line of becoming emotional. And he was good tonight in all facets. Thought Cotton gave us a huge lift off the bench with 7 assists. Thought he was terrific off the bench. And we got production from a lot of different guys. Obviously, we went to the bench at the 5 position a lot earlier and a lot more than what we thought we needed to. E-Man played 17 minutes, had 2 blocks, 4 rebounds, and 15 points. So we got to find a way to keep him out there a little bit more. But 26 assists, 34 field goals. Guys are buying into sharing the ball. And I thought we really played well on that end of the floor and played very well together. So we've got to shore up some things defensively. And I got to watch the film and see how much of it was them making good plays during that 10-minute stretch of the second half where I thought our defense was porous, or whether it was things that we could do a better job of defensively. Obviously, when E-Man's out of the game, they're shooting layups. It's a little easier to get to the rim when they're sealing your 5 when he's not out there. So that'll help us. We got to figure out how to keep him on the floor a little bit more.
At this point in the stage of the game, you emphasized how new these guys are to one another and their overall youth, but they showed an incredible amount of resiliency out there tonight.
They did.
And that's a sign of growth in my eyes. Do you agree?
No, I totally agree. It's interesting. We talked about that today. We talked about it at our optional chapel. And John Saucier did a great job today and talked about the concept of resiliency and what all that means. And then that fittingly becomes kind of the buzzword for us there, certainly late in the second half when we get down 2 or 3 possessions. So, I thought that I would agree with that. Trying to teach young guys to value every possession. I think we're getting closer. But we've got to be better defensively, George. You were hitting on it there when you were asking Malcolm and Daniel. That's what I told our guys. If we want to reach our maximum potential with what we have in 2017-18, we have to find a way to affect the defensive end of the floor a little bit better than we did tonight.
Seems like the last couple of games, they just, both Fort Wayne and Happy State tonight, just shot lights out. It's just got...
Yeah, part of it's they're good. They've got, they had 73, I think, today, or 75 IPFW at Miami, and they score a lot of points. And Happy State scores a lot of points. So that challenges us, which is good. We like to play against good offenses. It's going to do nothing but prepare our team to get, for MAC play and to get better. That's how you get better. You got to play good offensive teams or good defensive teams or good teams, and we'll take a look at what we can improve upon. Obviously, I'm most concerned. The guards made some tough shots. I'm most concerned about the interior numbers of Kenny, and how we got to slow that down.
Can I get a quick comment about Kenny? He was a monster inside.
Terrific, terrific player. I think he's physical. He's smart. Obviously, he's older. The thing I like about him is I looked at his He's went from like 1 point a game to 3 to 6 to 10. His rebounds have went up. Rebounds have went up. His minutes have went up. And here's a guy that appears to me, you'd have to ask his coach on the outside looking in, because I remember him when he was coming out of high school, that has just continued to get better every year. You know, and so that's pretty neat. That's what college is. That's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to become a better player, better student, better person. The playing part, you know, I can see where he's definitely gotten a lot of traction there and really improved throughout the course of his career.
You're still bonding everything. How important was a game like tonight where you showed ridiculous amounts of resilience?
I think it gave our team a lot of confidence, you know, especially having a young team and, you know, just having a lot of young guys out there on the floor. So it just, you know, gave everyone a lot of confidence that we could stay together and fight through those tough times. You know, our second half hasn't been as good as we wanted it to be, but we're continuing, you know, to get better and work on that and you know, just stay together as a team and fight through those tough moments because we know there's going to be ups and downs in the game. Coach always talks about, you know, the Mike Tyson deal, talking about getting punched and, you know, getting back up. So, you know, they came out, they hit us first, and I think we just, you know, we really showed our resilience with, you know, fighting back and just continue to play hard throughout the whole game.
What is it about this team? It's just that it seems like you get the big shot when you needed it to, that 11-2 run after they regained the lead. Just talk about how the flow of the game was going on. Malcolm, again, you were strong when you were needed.
Mm-hmm.
But can you just talk about how the game materialized? It seemed like both teams had their chances, but at the end, it was Akron that got the last break. Can you, both of you talk about that, please?
So, like I said, you know, Coach always talks about, you know, staying level-headed and level-minded throughout the whole game. You know, there's going to be ups and downs. So I just think that we can't let anything, you know, get to us on either side of the floor. You know, we can't let something on the offensive end affect our defense. We can't let something on the defensive end affect our offense. So I think we just try to, you know, take it possession by possession and just go forward like that. And I think, you know, tonight we're fortunate enough to, you know, make a lot of big plays. You know, they made a lot of big plays too. But I'm just, you know, grateful with my teammates that we, you know, we came out on top.
And then talk about your balance. Again, another 4 guys in double figures. Nice, to me it was a nice balance. But again, the big shots. Daniel came up big late. You came up big, Malcolm. But one thing. Can you talk about that the Kinney guy? The Kinney, he was fantastic inside tonight. You had no you seemed like you had no answers for him. Can you just have a quick comment about him?
Big lefty.
Yeah,
Big
you know,
lefty,
just
yes.
big lefty. You know, he really just, you know, opposed his will, and we're gonna learn from that, and you know, continue to get better, get stronger, and you know, because we're definitely gonna face someone like that again, you know, going forward. So we just have to learn from this situation and not let someone like that get to their sweet spots and get going. So we just have to continue to be stronger going forward. It's just a learning lesson.
For both of you, some things reared their head again from the other night. How do you clean up the defensive issues?
Mm-hmm.
They shot 50% from the floor tonight, and they made it easy, primarily because of Kenny. Go inside. They looked easy.
I don't know. We just gotta
just keep learning,
and you know, learn from it and try to, you know, like I said, that's been something that, you know, we haven't been the best second half team, but we found ways to, you know, finish out the games. So we just have to keep learning from these situations and try to change our routine or just make a, you know, a little slight difference and you know, try to come out with more energy in the second half so we could be the ones setting the rules instead of, you know, having the other team, you know, setting the rules against us.